Take a look at the windsock. You'll notice we have a gentle breeze coming from the north. Great day for your first solo flight. Take a moment to familiarize yourself with the controls, and then go ahead and take off. Nice takeoff. See the next waypoint in front of you? Try and get there by only using weight shift. You can weight shift by leaning your body left and right. Paragliding is all about managing altitude. It's not like an airplane where you could just throttle up. Gliders only descend at a constant rate downwards, so it's important to visualize your flight path on the way down. Any deviations or miscalculations on your part will lead to you being off course, and you'll end up in the trees. Now, you're going to have to lose some altitude to enter the downward leg of the approach pattern. To lose altitude, you can make a wide circular spiral downwards, or a series of S-turns if you prefer that route. Use a mix of gentle brake input and weight shift for your turns. Alright, you're on the downward leg of the approach. Head toward the base leg. You're a bit high, so you could delay your turn towards final to lose a little bit more altitude. On final, keep descending until you're right above the ground, then flare for landing. Not bad for your first landing. Looks like we got a sufficient amount of wind today to try and soar the ridge. When wind collides with an obstacle, such as a mountain or a cliff, the air is forced upwards. Let's see if you could use this ridge lift to travel all the way to the soccer fields to your north. Take off when you're ready. Make a gentle turn to the north and follow the ridge line. Maintain close proximity to the terrain to obtain the lift. Aim for passing through checkpoint 1. When weather conditions are right, paragliders can stay airborne for hours by just using ridge lift. For instance, bluffs along a beach are a popular place for paragliders to fly. The ocean breeze generates lift as it hits the terrain, and you can find paragliders soaring there all day. Continue to use the ridge lift to checkpoint 2. You are about to fly over a gap in the ridge, and below is the Sun Valley Ski Resort Lodge. As you pass over the gap, you'll notice the lift subsiding. That's because there's no train to deflect the winds upward. Just continue across the gap until you hit the next ridge. Alright, you made it all the way. Do you spot the soccer fields down there? That's going to be your landing zone. Go ahead and move away from the ridge and start descending. You're up pretty high, so it takes a while to spiral down to the landing zone. But take your time. final approach. This is a pretty small landing zone, but you got this. Not bad at all. Nice landing considering such a small landing zone. Thermals are rising columns of warm air that form when the sun heats the ground. Let's see if you can find a thermal and use it to climb all the way to the clouds. Take off when ready. There are a couple hints to finding a thermal. The first is to look for clouds forming. Whenever there's a puffy cloud, there's a thermal below because the warm air rising condenses when it meets the colder air above. Another sign to look for are birds circling in thermals, so keep an eye out for soaring eagles. You found a thermal. Now you're going to want to circle inside of it to gain altitude. This is called coring a thermal. A thermal will be weaker on the outside and stronger on the inside. You want to find a good medium and make gentle large circles to find the best lift.